Hey, so I'm getting ready for a job interview. I'm about 30 minutes early to the location, and there's some pretty cool cultural stuff right around the building. I wanted to show it to you guys. Here's a really bad view of one of them. I'm really close, so that in the background is City Hall, that kind of tan building. There's this really pretty building. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but they have like this style. I should remember the cultural significance of it. I will have to check it out. Just got lost. Okay. Hanguda. Hanguda. Oh, it's an altar. It's a gate to the altar. Hanguda. It's an altar. That's what it used to look like in 1907. Jeez, that's really pretty. This is like a map of the grounds. I'll put out a thing there. Ah, okay. This is where Emperor used to perform sacrifices. If I end up working this place, then I will be literally in the building right next to this. So it'll be kind of cool to see. But I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I have to do the interview. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm mostly nervous because I have very visible tattoos that can't be covered, and this is like a more professional business situation. So that's always nerve-wracking, but if it goes well, it goes well. Then I might have a working visa, and I might be able to start my 3-year journey to try to get the residence visa as much as I can. Just try as hard as possible. I'll probably end up, if I get a job here and it's survivable, I might even end up just going straight through to 5 to 6 years, try to skip the F2 visa and go straight to the F5 visa, which is the ultimate goal. Just the F2 visa is a little bit more freedom. I can start my own business, but then I have to claim all the income and everything, and it gets hard because then that is required on tax forms for me to renew the visa. And I have to be on the F2 visa, F27 visa for I think like 3 years in order to, oh no, I think it's 5 years in order to be on to get the F5 visa. So I have to see what the best option is. But of course, that's far in advance. That's a bridge we have not even seen on the horizon yet. I'm not even on the path to that bridge yet, so I'll cross it when I get there if I do. It all depends on this job. So I'm not entirely sure, but we will see how it goes. Hopefully nothing is like weird. Hopefully nothing goes horrendously wrong. Hopefully everything is right. And of course, the day after I decided that I was going to do daily videos, I ended up just not doing them at all for several days. I had some issues. I had some exams that were kind of tough, and I wasn't really doing so hot with those, so I'm going to go out from this back area and towards the street. I had some issues with the exams. I had my midterm exams, and they were pretty tough, and I didn't have the diligence to study well for them. So I got pretty low score, but it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I can pull my grade up if I have to. If not, then it's all right. I can try again next semester. If I don't do a job instead. If I do a job instead, I mean, I could do both, but I would be on the E visa, not the student visa. In which case, it would be a very full schedule. It would be very exhausting and very difficult. And I'm hoping to not have to do that if I don't absolutely need to. I'm really hoping to not do that. But I've already paid for the next semester, so if I do get this job, there's a lot on my mind, sorry. If I do get this job, I'm going to have to decide whether I'm going to waste that, $1,700 that I spent on the next semester of the school, or whether I'm going to basically kill myself trying to get both of them done and probably end up failing out of the school anyway. But if I drop out in the middle of my registered semesters a second time, this is my second time doing that, I highly doubt they're going to give me another visa for it. So the only reason this class would be helpful in the case would be for the visa, if I need it. So I'm not entirely sure what to do about that, but that's like almost $2,000 I would have just wasted if I dropped out a second time. Well, the first time I didn't waste it because that was the end of my second semester, so it would have been fine, but I did not complete that semester. It's alright because I learned everything and I ended up testing into level 3 after I dropped out of level 2, so it's alright. Also, for all my, maybe I'm just being dumb, I'm going to look at my watch real quick. I have 25 minutes before I have to go. Oh god, I'm really nervous. I'll insert some pictures that I took of the other, like across the street, the surrounding area, because I don't want to film anything right now, because there's like people walking by and I don't want to be obnoxious or inconvenient. Actually, maybe there's a possibility there might be a break in the foot traffic after this person is just right across from that, there's, I know you can't see it. Oh my god. There's a bus in the way, but sorry, my fault. There's another cultural thing right there. There's a van in the way. My camera's like not doing so great with focusing right now. But there's like another gate situation. There's a really pretty field with like really pretty foliage right now because it's turning to fall. So it's kind of like half green, half orange, half yellow. It's really pretty. But it's so interesting to me. My dad could probably relate to this, but it's kind of like Athens, Greece. There's like a Western metropolitan area. And there's just, you walk and then behind a big building, there's just an ancient gold or something, or like building or something. And it's really cool to me that you can just be like coming out of essentially what is the Korean version of, and Korean and Japanese version of like a Five Below, and you can walk right into where the gate to the palace used to be or something. It's really kind of cool. The palace itself is literally in the middle of like a bunch of bustling like areas, like streets and stuff. So you could hear like cars honking their horns and like buses and while you're in the palace, but yet somehow it's still really like peaceful, serene, even though you can hear like the city and stuff. I'm getting kind of sentimental because I'm trying to do anything but prepare my mind for this interview. I'm actually afraid. I have not done an in-person interview before. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. This is my first in-person interview in a very long time. It's usually been on Zoom because I've either been abroad across the world from the job that I was interviewing for, or there was like COVID, or like everybody was so busy and it was just easier to do the interview on Zoom anyway. Last time I did a job interview, it ended up getting me a job, but that ended up screwing me out of everything, so I'm not real confident or comfortable with trying to switch to an e-visa. It was a mistake last time. It was a horrendous mistake, and every time I've had an e-visa, I've been burned. And I'm like afraid that this will be a part-time position, so it's probably not going to be quite as likely to be destructive to my mental health. Usually it's like, because the visa is connected to your job, you can't even do anything to take time off from your job and stuff, and it's all you can do, because the Kentucky ones will work you literally to death. There was a girl at my last job that had a stomach leak and she still had to come into work. It's bad. a lot of times they'll overuse all teachers, foreign teachers, Korean teachers, everybody, and they don't care because you're kind of expendable because they can just basically order another one of you from overseas and have them shipped over. And it's really sad and upsetting. So adult Hagwons are typically a little bit less corrupt like that I've seen, because the students are the ones directly paying the tuition. So if the students see something in this, and they're adults that are not as naive, as kids are, if the students see something's wrong, they'll bring it up with the management and they'll maybe pull out. So there's like more incentive to treat the teachers better. But that's just a rumor. I'm not sure. But I think even if I worked at a kids' part-time, it wouldn't be quite so hard to handle because I only have to do it part-time. It's not quite so tyrannical in terms of, totally commandeering your life and forcing you into things and making you feel trapped because you only work half the day. You make half the money, but you work half the day. And that's, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that it will work out and that this can be my ticket to the visa. But I don't know. I don't have a good feeling, but I don't have a bad feeling. It's really weird. So I'm actually going to go and prep for that. So I got about 16 minutes before I start thinking about what happens. I'm going to go buy a bottle of water. So die of dehydration before I go in. I wish I could, wish there was a park that was really close by that I could just sit down and just kind of relax. That's like a liberty that I don't get to have in almost any place. I'm very lucky to have that in my house. I'm going to try to do more. Sorry, I was talking next to I'm going to try to do more regular updates and then stitch them together for the week, like I said in the last one. And if I miss a day, I'll try to do an update the next time I do a video and stuff. But I want to show you in the light what it looks like because it's very extremely bright. It's like painfully so. UV rays. My European self is not supposed to be here at all. I can't get this mask on from here. Okay. My little Nordic self is not supposed to be in this much direct sunlight all the time. This is the shade that you're seeing right now. Sunlight itself is literally blinding. So I'm going to buy a water bottle and then try not to scream, cry, and throw up, and then go and wait for my interview. Wish me luck, I guess. Okay. Bye. Maybe I might have a video available after the interview. I might be able to do that, depending on how much time I have after the interview before I have to leave for my next student. I might go across the street to a big old field or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll see. Either way, I'm going to come back up to this area because it's really pretty.